America is now post-racial. That was quick.
A new poll reveals Americans are bracing for a summer of racial disturbances across the country. According to NBC News and the Wall Street Journal, 96% of adults surveyed believe this year's racial unrest is symptomatic of broader national problems. But African Americans and whites are deeply divided about why the urban violence is occurring. 60% of blacks said the violence was the result of long-standing frustrations about police mistreatment of African Americans, while 27% of blacks claimed the disturbances were an excuse to engage in looting and violence. White respondents had an almost polar opposite response. 58% said the violence was an excuse to loot, while only 32% claimed the events were because of long-standing frustrations with the police.
All right, so clearly the most interesting part of that is the end, that basically white and black people are reviewing what's going on in the country right now completely in reverse. Now you two are white, am I correct? Which is pretty much the worst thing there is. This is three white people. There is nothing worse than this. So let's three white people talk about.
At least we're gay, right?
At least we have three gay white people talking about race.
Honestly, that's the only saving grace.
So we have a little minority card.
I'm still checking my privilege like all the time, but like I at least have that going for me.
You have the gay thing.
And I'm a woman.
Yeah,
you're a woman. I mean, like.
Wait a minute, I'm a woman and I'm gay.
So then we'll put you in the most special class here.
Yes, thank you.
So as three white gay people with a little bit of privilege and some of it's checked or something like that, did you think that after 6 years of Obama being president that race relations would seemingly be worse than they were 6 years ago? Or are they not worse and it's just some kind of media construct or something like that?
Well, I mean, did I think that they would be worse after Obama was president? I mean, I think that what would happen is that it would be talked about more, like the concept of race and racial improvement, because I think a lot of people put high hopes in Obama changing the perspective of how people were perceived racially. And I don't know if that happened. I think that now more discussion is being had and people are kind of enraged and coming out in the public and it's being heightened now. But I don't know, this whole thing, first of all, the fact that 60% of black people are saying that this is why we're pissed off, and white people are saying, this isn't why you're mad. You know, it's like, wait a minute. No, they just said that's why they're mad.
Right, like white people don't get to tell black people what they can be mad about. Actually, that's one
Although they've thought that way for entire history.
Yeah, not that I defend Fox News often, but every now and again there'll be a black person on Fox News and people will be like, oh, that's just a token black person, but defending whatever. But I'm like, who am I to tell any black person what they think, whether I agree with them or not?
Sure.
I'm
just not shocked that white people missed the point there entirely.
Do you think race relations are actually worse now? Like it seems.
I don't
worse,
think they're worse, but I think that people are emboldened in a way to kind of like speak out about the injustices they see in a way they weren't before, which is a great thing. And because of that, there are a lot of scared racist people who are kind of nervous and sort of saying go in the opposite direction. So they become more not actively racist, but like more outspoken in their antiquated beliefs. It kind of serves the other thing,
Yeah, it seems to me that just there are always going to be a certain amount of racist people, but as long as they keep that stuff private and aren't trying to legislate on it or whatever, make it public, then I guess it's okay. Like you're allowed to think.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice
even if it's gross,
if they weren't like,
but it's not
part of the system?
Yeah, but they are.
You're right.
Yeah. So what do we do to make some of this stuff better? I mean, talking about it's good, right? And it's in the news now, so that's good. Yeah. And it's good to see that minorities are feeling empowered that they can do it. But like, what do we actually do?
I mean, the root of the issue has to be addressed here, and I don't even know if we know what that is. Yeah. People need to be heard. Like, actually sit down and listen to why these people are feeling so frustrated. I mean, the fact that, and also I feel like the media is taking a huge card in this because, you're seeing the riots, you're seeing the looting, and that's kind of all you're seeing. You're not hearing the reasons behind it. You're not a lot of people that are looting are being interviewed.
Right.
And you're just seeing this rage and being removed from it, even being in California, which is a liberal state, you're still seeing this, really emotionally fueled response, and you're not really knowing what's behind it or what's really going on. And on the same token, if you were to watch, I'm sorry, but I've been living in San Francisco now. I was walking around after the Giants won, and similar situations were happening. And that was over them winning the World Series.
Right, and white people were burning cars.
Yeah. But it wasn't, for some reason, it wasn't viewed with the same type of shock and dismay.
Yeah. How much? So, as a guy in the media, how much
Yeah.
of this is actually? Because people say this all the time, like the media is only showing the rioting, but I don't necessarily think that the media has a narrative as much as the media shows what will be clicked on.
Right,
So,
and
if someone's
that's
burning
true.
a car or has a bat and they're bashing a police car, yeah, the media is going to show that. Like, I don't think the media. People like to think it's like a conspiracy. Like the media sits down
Right.
and like, we're going to do it. But I think it's just they will go to where clicks
but
are.
that's
Well, you
really
can. I mean,
sad.
you can look to BuzzFeed.com for more well-rounded coverage.
Yeah, but no,
That's
BuzzFeed
true.
does do a nice
That's
job.
true.
But I think that there is a sense like people cover the riots, not the protesting that happens before the riots.
Mm-hmm.
They wait for something dramatic to happen, and it doesn't look as good for the protesters because you're not hearing their side of it. You're not
Yeah.
kind of seeing the peaceful protests that sometimes erupt in violence. But you're focusing only on like the burning of cars and that
Right,
sort of
but
thing.
isn't that just the nature of what people watch? Like,
Yeah, I don't
look,
think
we're
it's-
doing this on YouTube. I know what people click on. If we talk about sex or beheadings, they literally get millions of views.
Right.
And if we talk about political stuff, it gets.
Should I light my mug on fire?
Just
If you could
smash
just
it.
smash
Let's
her with a
yeah,
thing,
just
and then
do
it's a
it.
hate
and
crime,
then we'll
and
have
then
sex,
Yeah,
all of us.
That would not be posted on YouTube, but it would be on XTube.
But
and-
the
yeah.
thing is this, here's the thing, like yes, people will click on that now and people are interested in seeing that, but is that because we don't have a strong voice that is speaking out and really pulling us in? Like, I'm sorry, but like Martin Luther King, we were
Yeah.
all, and I mean, not me personally because I wasn't alive, but everybody
But you
was
would.
really just wanted to watch, wanted to be part, and it was not action so much as words
Yeah.
that were pulling people in, and I think we have a really strong lack in that right now.
Yeah, do we just need better leaders in general? Because I would go on that. Like, we
Yeah.
need better, I think
Sure,
everybody.
let's
We
use it.
just-
Yeah, why not?
just-
Better
Yes.
leaders? Leaders, where are you? We need better leaders all around. Anyway, what do you guys think? Are race relations worse? Are they better? Is the media to blame? Is the media getting together and secretly talking about you and plotting how do you live your life? Let us know in the comments right down below.